Paying off a collection, it might raise your credit score in 2026, or it can completely waste your money. And most people, they have no idea which one is going to apply to them. Let me show you how people accidentally hurt their credit by trying to do the right thing, okay? My name is Calvin Russell. I'm a certified FICO professional and a licensed real estate agent. I've helped thousands of people nationwide increase their credit scores and reach their credit goals. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly when paying a collection helps you and when it does nothing at all, but also too, when it actually works against you. Right now in 2026, the rules are changing, and that's where a lot of people like you that's watching this are getting stuck. Now, you've probably heard this advice before. Always pay your collections, or you probably heard the opposite. Never pay your collections, okay? Just let them fall off. Now, no matter which side you're on, both can sound confident, but sometimes it can be wrong depending on your situation. Now, here's the before picture. You pull your credit report, you see a collection. Let's say it's a medical collection, or it's like an old credit card that turned into a collection, or maybe it's been sitting there for years, right? And now you're frozen. You don't know what to do, but you don't want to waste money, but you also don't want to ruin your chances of buying a home, lowering your car payment, refinancing, or whatever that next credit goal is. This is going to matter because one wrong move can stall you for years. And most people, they misunderstand one key thing. Not all collections are going to behave the same, okay? Now, before we go deeper, here's a quick note. If you're serious about increasing your credit score, qualifying for homeownership, or even lowering your car payment, we have a private credit community in which we break all of these things down and we hold your hand through the entire process. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to learn more. Now let's talk about what things have changed with collections in 2026. First off, there's a new scoring model called the FICO 10T. That's T as in Tom. And this is where a lot of people get confused with this new algorithm. Older scoring models, they mostly treated collections kind of like a light switch. If it's there or if it's not there, okay? The FICO 10T is going to be a little bit different. It looks at your trends. It looks at your balances over time. It also looks at whether debts are shrinking or if they're just sitting there. That means in many cases, paying a collection can increase your credit score because with the new algorithm, it doesn't count against you if the collection is there but has a zero balance. And this is the part that no one tells you. It depends on the age of the collection overall. Now, collections, a lot of people don't know this. They lose power as they age. So think of it kind of like a bruise. One day it hurts. That's the day it happens, right? But years later, it doesn't have any effect in most cases. It's lighter. As collections get closer to 7 years, it's going to barely matter anyway. Most collections fall off of your credit report around the 7-year mark from the original delinquency. So the older a collection gets, the less impact it's going to have on your credit score. That's where the mistake happens. People pay 5 or 6-year-old collection, and they're thinking that they're fixing something, okay? And it's not that you shouldn't do it or should not do it, but you just have to have the right expectations. And that collection was already weak. It didn't have much value. Sometimes paying it is going to barely move the score, and that's when it's a waste of money. And sometimes it's going to do nothing at all as well, too. And in rare cases, it can even reset the attention on the account in general and cause more issues with the lenders or the original creditors. Now, here's a real life pattern that I see all the time. Someone has a 620 credit score and they pay off a collection that's like 6 years old. They expect to see a major increase, but you know what? Nothing happens. And then they're frustrated. They think that credit is a scam. They say, listen, I don't want to deal with this. But the truth is, they spend money on the weakest problem instead of the strongest one. Now compare that to a new collection, one that's 6 months old, one that's 1 year old, one that's 2 years old. those are going to hit harder. Under the FICO 10T, reducing or resolving newer negative balances can help more because the model is going to care about what things have you done recently? What type of recent behavior have you had? So now here's the core rule that you need to remember. The newer the collection, the more power it's going to have. The older the collection, the less leverage it has, the less value it's going to have as well. This is why blanket advice is dangerous. And if this is helping you and you want more videos like this, subscribe to the channel today. Now let's add the part where most people don't even think about this. And that's the fact that people have goals. Your goals matter more than the collection itself. So if you're not applying for anything soon, sometimes the smartest move is to just sit back, just wait, and just be patient. Letting time do the work. Building positive credit around the collection, lowering your utilization, adding on-time payments, adding positive accounts. But if you're trying to buy a home, that could potentially change. Here's why. Many mortgage lenders, they still require certain collections to be addressed, or they may want you to explain it, even if the score impact is small because it's just debt on there. So the question isn't, does this help my score? The question you should be asking is, does this block me from getting approved from other things? Those are two different questions, two different answers. This is why people get my custom credit game plan for better results. We don't guess. My team, they review your credit report, your full credit report, and then they look at your goals and they build a personalized strategy that tells you exactly what to pay, what to negotiate, what to add, and what to leave alone. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description below if you want us to create a custom game plan for you. Now, here's the counterintuitive part, because we got to make sure that everybody gets this from all angles. Sometimes not paying a collection is the fastest way to a higher credit score. Let me explain what that means. If it's old, if it's small, if it's close to falling off, your money, your liquid cash, it might be better used elsewhere, like paying something down or doing a settlement. And sometimes that may feel wrong emotionally, but paying feels responsible. But credit scoring doesn't reward how you feel. It doesn't reward emotions. It rewards patterns. And this is the quiet danger. People focus on cleaning up the past. And listen, with the new algorithms, it's focusing on the present. Okay, that's where your money should go.
I was watching you on YouTube, but I had never joined the 850 Club. I just kept watching it, and I don't know why I didn't join. I just didn't join, but I kept
Yeah.
watching it. And there was other people I was watching it, but I kept coming back to yours. And then one day I was like, I gotta get serious about this. And then I joined. And that's when I really, really started working really hard and was like, okay,
Wow.
I got to get serious. I was like, I need a game plan. You know how you do. You
Yeah.
don't want to spend no money. Oh no, I don't want to do this. I could do that on my own. No, I can't, because I don't really know. You don't know what you don't know. So I said, I'm gonna get the game plan. I got the game plan. They showed
Yeah.
me a lot of stuff that I know, but they showed me a lot of stuff I don't know. And so one day Mike called me and was like, okay, let's go ahead and pre-qualify. I was like that because I really didn't think I could get it. I really didn't think that I could get
Yeah.
it. And he was
Yeah.
like, no, let's go ahead and do it. We can, no, just fill it out. Just fill it out. I said, okay. And I did it. And here they come back with not no little loan, a big loan. And I was like,
Mm,
somebody gonna trust me with that. Now, mind you, my numbers was getting pretty nice. I mean,
that's
all
right.
my numbers were above a 700, and I still didn't believe that I could get a candy bar at a candy store on credit. But they helped me to believe that, yes, you can do this. Yes,
That's
you
right.
can.